Morning, everybody. It is 8:10 a.m. It is September 16th. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Now, just to be open and honest with everybody, I've been having some serious computer issues, getting that blue screen at death again. Trying to figure this out. I might have to replace my motherboard. That's what it's looking like. So hopefully this doesn't get interrupted. Otherwise, I'm going to be getting a new motherboard and putting that in. Not looking forward to that, but I just want to get this issue out of the way. It just doesn't make sense. Nothing's making sense. If anybody is a computer expert, let me know. Um, but from what I see, I can't really see what the other issue is other than my motherboard. Um, so anyway, this market, what do we got this week? FOMC, huge. Are we doing a quarter point cut, or are we doing a 50? Last time I checked, I believe it was down the middle, 50-50, as what we're going to do there. So really have to see. That's going on there. The markets, we'll look at that in a little bit. The Nasdaq and the ES hit very key levels. Um, they are composite high volume nodes. They are magnets. Markets usually don't cut through them, especially if they've rose substantially, and now they're you're going into consolidation areas basically. But they did not pass those areas on Friday. That was resistance, which was expected. Um, that's usually what happens. Obviously, there's always outliers. Things can happen, and we can't control them, right? That don't make sense. I mean, who thought when you were testing the lows this week that we were gonna rip all the way back to the other side? Not a lot of people, right? So that's how that goes. All right, without further ado, welcome to my channel. My name is Steven Gonzalez. I use volume profile, market profile to find structure in these markets, along with supply and demand, gamma exposure levels, the most traded price of the year, the month, the week, and the preceding day. That is my edge. That's how I look at the markets. That's how I gauge sentiment. That's my roadmap. That's one important thing to find as a trader is your edge. How I read the market is my edge. Okay. And when you're starting out, when someone tells you that, you're like, how the heck do I find that? Right? How do I find my edge? Right? And basically, what that comes down to is something in the market that you see that happens over and over again that you can exploit. That's an edge. Okay? So you get certain trade setups that you see happen over and over and over again. And then you're like, okay. And then you have to have a criteria that goes with that edge. That's it. Then you got it. Right? But it's not easy. I'm right. Be the first to tell you, not easy. Um. Anyway, all right. So every day, and like I said, my computer stays together, or I get it sorted out. Join me every day at 8:10 a.m. Hopefully, have a cup of coffee or tea, and you subscribe and set an alert. That would mean a lot to me. I'm trying to reach that 200 subscribers. I'm up to 180. If you're new, please subscribe. That would mean a lot. If you enjoy my content, all right, please give me a thumbs up or a like. Smash the like button. That will help me out. As well as you can follow me on X at Gonzo719. All right, and I do a lot of my trades. All right, if you want to know how I day trade, why I day trade, what are my entries and my exits, go to YouTube Shorts, and you can go to TikTok, Gonzo719 Trader. You can check out all my trades there. I post them. Okay. Now, not all. I try to get the ones that are really educational. All right. There's plenty of times I have 100% returns or whatever, and I just feel like it weren't the best to show you, but I like to show you the best ones and why I chose to enter. Okay. I think that's very important. I know my trading is a little advanced. All right. However, stick with me because I give you nuggets, golden nuggets, how to look at the market. All right, golden nuggets. All right, I think we can get into watch list. Let's check out futures. Now, this week, I expect some muted action. All right, this week. Now, what do we have this week? They call it triple witching, quad witching, whatever. Friday is triple witching, quad witching, whatever you want to call it. All right, so what do you have? You have monthly expiries on stocks. You have monthly expiries on indexes, SPX, NDX. Okay. You have futures options expiries. Okay. And you have futures contracts rolling over. So you're going to see today, if you're trading futures, a little weirdness maybe in the movement because people are rolling over to the next contract. Right now, I'm still in the contract prior because it has the most volume. Most likely by tomorrow, the volume in the next contract will be more, and then I'll change all my, I'll update all my charts to the newest contract. I'll back adjust it. So today will be the levels from this current contract. Most likely I'll roll over tomorrow or the next day to the next contract when it has higher volume. So just let you know, the volume might be a little wonky, and that's the reason why. Okay, let's get into futures watch list here. What do we got? VIX is up 3.56. People hedging in front of FOMC. That makes sense. Crude bottoming out here. Let's see what crude's next move is. It's up 0.86. Silver's up 0.57. Russell's up 0.47. The Dow's up 0.22. 30-year bonds being bought up 0.15. Gold hit an all-time high. Right, it's over 2,600. I'm loving that. Hopefully it continues. Right now it's about flat. ES is down 0.07. Dollar is down 0.24. That's very interesting. We have to look at that. We're going to look at that. That yen is making a move again. 10-year yields are down 0.41. NASDAQ down 0.42. Bitcoin just can't get out of its own way, down 1.8. Ether down even more, down 4.72. I don't know why they are down, but they are. Okay? They are not really making that comeback with the rest of the markets are. Now, obviously, they're a different speculative asset, but just usually they kind of move in unison when charts are, when everything's moving up, but they're not now. Okay, so very interesting time with Bitcoin. All right. All right, let's move over to the Max 7 Plus. Let's see here. We got JP Morgan's up 0.43. Berkshire Hathaway's up 0.30. Boeing's up 0.08. Not a lot of leaders here. We got some laggards here. AMD down 0.66. Broadcom down 1.13. Coinbase with Bitcoin going down is at 1.59. Nvidia down 1.60. Okay. Apple, I think it's Citi and Jeffries came out and said that the iPhone 16 does not, then people aren't excited about it. Down 2.52. It's going to take the Nasdaq down. Okay. That's semis and basically XLK. When we get to the guts, that's probably gonna rear its head. You're gonna see it. Okay, let's go to the top sector stocks. Let's see here. So Chevron keep now. Remember, Chevron is a dividend beast. Okay, it's also at like hit 52-week lows basically, and crude's bottoming out. So I really like Chevron. Again, I'm not a financial analyst. I'm not giving you advice. I'm just telling you what's going on. Disney's up 0.38. Eli Lilly up 0.36. All right, you got Exxon up. Goldman Sachs. McDonald's got an upgrade or a price target raise. All right. Who's lagging here? United Healthcare down 0.35 and Qualcomm. So semis are getting hit today. Down 1.33. Semis getting hit. All right. Who knows if that stays? All right. Who knows? We do not know that. Okay, let's go to the swing trade list. Who's leading? I think that's Bosch Health. I could be wrong. Up 4.27. Alcoa's up 1.81. AstraZeneca's up 1.143. Now Intel, I saw it just got some kind of contract, I think, with the military. I think they were up as much as 7% before, but they're up 1.42. Carvana's up 1.1. All right, that's about it for leaders. All right, let's go to laggards. Who's lagging here? Micron. That semi has not gotten a lot of love lately, down 3.26. MicroStrategy, that Bitcoin related, down 2.28%. ARM, these are all semis, down. Riot, that's Bitcoin related. Bitcoin related IBIT ETF. Supermicro Computers down 1.57. Skyworks down 1.5. So a lot of laggards here. Vertiv, Applied Materials, GameStop, those are your laggards. Okay, let's move on to the guts. And we'll see here exactly what's going on under the hood. All right, financials leading the pack, up 0.47, followed by real estate. All right, that's defensive, followed by industrials, followed by energy, healthcare, discretionary, staples, right? But these are the powerhouses. XLK is down 0.54. That is about over 30% of the weight in the S&P 500. Wherever that goes, usually the market goes. Okay, semis down 1.03%. So risk off today. So far, risk off. Okay. Now let's move on to economic calendar for this week. All right, so today, New York Empire State Manufacturing is at 8:30. Okay. Tomorrow, retail sales, and we have retail sales is probably about it. Fed Logan speaking. Wednesday, it's a big one, FOMC, followed by the press conference. Okay. Thursday's jobless claims, Philly Fed, existing home sales. Friday, you got Fed Harker. But the big thing is FOMC on Wednesday. That's really all everybody cares about. What are we going to get? Look at that. Like, so consensus 5.25. So consensus is expecting a quarter point cut. Quarter point cut. Okay, let's see the CME watch tool here. Let's see the percentages here. Oh, interesting. Right now they're favoring a 50 point cut. Interesting. This has changed in the Fed in this tool. So they're projecting a 50 point cut. Interesting. All right. That's what the Fed fund futures are looking at. All right. All right. So that's kind of there. Okay. Now, what else is here? Let's look at some upgrades, downgrades here. Let's go with upgrades. Let's see if anything's here to note. Oracle upgraded, hold to a buy. Zillow Group upgraded from neutral to outperform. That makes sense with rate cuts happening, right? Downgrades. Ally Financial got a downgrade. Colgate Palmolive equal weight to underweight. That's about it there. All right, let's go to initiations. ARM initiate at a hold, so it's semis, right? And Yelp. I didn't even know Yelp was public. Yelp underperform. All right, price target changes. Let's do that. All right, let's look at Wingstop target raised. Amazing that price is Wingstop is to 440. Price target 440. Spotify that got target raised from 420 to 440. Progressive target raised from 260 to 300. Carvana, that's why Carvana is up. They got a target raise from 142 to 157. All right, let's go to target lowers. Let's see here. Alphabet, Google target lowered to 200 from 225. Interesting. Domino's Pizza's target lowered. Ally Financial target lowered. And that's about it there. That rounds out those. All right. All right. Let's check out news. Pfizer stock rose 0.5. The drug maker said experimental drug to combat a condition that causes cancer patients to lose their appetite. So they're up a little bit. Boeing stock rose 0.3 after falling over 3% on Friday as a strike by more than 30,000 workers. There's Intel stock rose 1.2 after Bloomberg reported the chipmaker has officially qualified for as much as $3.5 billion in federal grants to make semiconductors for the U.S. Department of Defense. That's why Intel was up, or is up. All right, Tesla stock rose 0.1 after the EV manufacturer reported a 1.2% increase in registrations in July, propelled by 5,175 deliveries of Cybertruck. Apple's stock fell 2.3 after initial demand for the tech giant's iPhone 16 series appears underwhelming. All right. We can get out of there. Let's look at some more news here. Boeing, we talked about. Oh boy, look at that. How Intel lost the Sony PlayStation business. Intel lost out on a contract to design and fabricate Sony PlayStation 6 chip in 2022, which dealt a significant blow to its effort to build. Wow, that's not good. Let's see here. Target to hire 100,000 seasonal workers for holiday season. Target said it would hire around 100,000 seasonal employees in line with what it had hired for the last 3 years. All right. I'm just going to go through here to see what's going on here. I didn't mention anything else here. All right, Walt Disney, the company, and DirecTV announced they have reached an agreement in principle on Saturday, restoring college football and other programming. Finally, let's see. There's that Alphabet cut price target cut. There's the McDonald's raises target price from 290 to 270. FedEx raises target price 337 from 305. All right, I think that wraps up that. Okay, you can go right into daily charts. Okay, let's talk about our daily charts. Let me load this again just so I can get that anchor view up here. All right, so all-time highs of 55, 65, 16. Okay, we're going up there again. All right, to a third time. Who knows what's gonna happen? I don't know, but we came down here last week and really hit the previous week's lows, and then just bounced right pretty much off the 100-day moving average, and just all these shorts here just had to cover. Okay, that's what happened. That's what happened. Where are we at today? 561.45, 561.45. We're like in the middle of Friday session. Not the best place to be. Okay, really not the best place to be. All right, now let's look at the live look of futures. You can see here this big consolidation, and we went right to the middle of it. That's what I was talking about, that big level. That's the key level in the ES futures. This consolidation, we went right to the middle of it. That should stop it dead in its tracks, and that's what has happened. Okay, now you got two wicks here. All right, I'm not saying it's bearish. Just usually you don't cut through these. It's just not how it works. All right, you don't cut through those. All right, so let's look at the Qs. All right, now the Qs has a downtrend line that it basically hit. Okay, it basically hit. We did wind up closing above all major moving averages in the Qs. You finally broke the 50, the 20, the 90 EMA daily is poking up. Obviously, it's a short-term momentum indicator. The 100-day moving average, 200. So we came down here and actually did break this 200 with that Japan unwind, the carry trade unwind, and then when we came back down again, there's that anchor VWAP for the year, pretty much held the market. Okay, now where are we at now? 473.30. 473.30. We're at the lower third. Now, why is that? Semis are weak. In technology, Apple. Okay, so that is why you're at the lower third of Friday. Okay, that's no surprise because of the weighting, right? And especially NASDAQ is basically tech. All right, let's look at the futures. Okay, you can see the futures crossed all those moving averages as well. All right, and you can just see this big resistance here, right here, around 197. Okay, but 196 is the most traded price. Okay, of the last month. All right, so I expected that to be resistant on Friday. It was. Poked your head a little bit above it, but that's, we kind of made a nice bounce. Now we have big news coming. Okay, so who wants to be caught holding the bag? right? Who wants to be caught holding the bag? Nobody. FOMC's happening Wednesday, right? So what I could see happen is range bound action. You got contract rollover happening. The futures are gonna probably be weird looking, all right, because of the two contracts splitting volume. Okay, so that is that. All right, that's our Nasdaq in the Qs. Okay, like I said, I expect a range bound activity up until FOMC. All right, now I believe you go to triple headed monster. I think that's what we do next. Let's go to that 10-year yield. All right, so the 10-year yield starting to take care of this swing low down here, and look at this. This could really get taken out here. All right, drop under 3.599. And remember, we're going to be cutting rates. It's just the beginning. Yield should fall. Okay, people are going to start buying bonds. That's how it works. And you can see this, right? You can see this in certain sectors. It's very easy to see what the market thinks is going to happen. Look at staples. They're all-time highs. Staples are all-time highs. Utilities are skyrocketing. Real estate is going up. Right? I'm not saying recession has to happen. Okay? But that's happening because rate cuts are going to be happening, right? So real estate mortgage rates are going to be going down. That could spur some buying, right? And there might be some recession fear. I don't know. Okay? All right, let's look at the dollar. Now that dollar, look at that swing over here, around 159, okay? If that cracks through this, that's very interesting. Okay, now gold is really cooking. All right, this dollar back down, got a double top here. That's a double top because you're taking out this level right here. If this keeps going, usually good for stocks, but this is almost like a devaluing of the dollar. You got to really watch this because that's a classic double top pattern right here. Usually this stands for murder. I know that's a little extreme, but that's M for murder. Double top. We'll have to see. Like I said, I'm not a huge pattern guy, but like that's a really quintessential double top here. Okay. Now, within the dollar, okay, before we get to the third head of the monster, the largest weighting of the dollar is the euro. So let's look at the euro. That means the euro must be pushing up. Yeah, see that? Pushing up the dollar. The euro. Now, what's worrying people, I think people are sleeping on it maybe, is that Japan carry trade. Look at the yen. This is what caused, just to make sure everybody should know, this candle right here is what caused the Japan carry trade to unwind. And now look at it. It's broke right past that. And I saw their governor or whatever said that they will look to raise rates down, this is not over. So this is interesting that the market is not being affected by the yen when this caused a sell-off. Keep an eye on that. Okay, it's very important. Let's go to the VIX. So our VIX is at 17.14. Pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, you can see the VIX has dropped off, but still, as long as you're above a 16, expect a 1% move plus or minus the S&P 500. That's how it works. 30 days out of fear. 30 days out of fear. Okay? All right. That's enough of that. Let's go to the main event. I like to call it. I'm just praying my computer doesn't friggin' give me the blue screen of death. All right. Boom. Here we are. Here we are. Let's look at this together. Maybe even push it up here. Look at that profile. Look how long that profile is. My lord. We don't have to look at that whole profile. Okay. Let's bring it up a little bit. All right. Main event time. Let's get my marker out. Alrighty. Alright, let's look at the profile. Now, I know it's huge, so we'll just look at it from here. Got value area. Alright. Here, value area is all the way up to here. Okay, now, 24 hours has risen the most traded price of the week. That is bullish. The former, which is the real-time trading hours down here, 54.80 is the current most trading. I put more weight on real-time trading hours than overnight trading hours, okay? But I have to acknowledge that that the 24-hour has moved up. This should move up today. That's just bullish. I mean, you can't say anything about it. That structure's bullish. The market's telling you it's accepting higher prices. That has nothing to do with my opinion, what I think about the economy. It's just what it is. Okay, you don't fight that. You know, forget about what you think. Doesn't matter what you think. Doesn't matter if you don't like the numbers. Doesn't matter if you think it's rigged. It has nothing to do with anything. You're not smarter, nothing. You got to do what you got to just see what the market's doing, right? Flow like water. Okay, you flow like water. All right. Now, what do we do on Friday? Okay, so you can see the overnight session. All right, what did it do? It pretty much, what did it do here? It came right to the high. Pretty much gap filled right at the high. That was only short activity, and then it just went up. Obviously, it went down in the session, but essentially the market just went up. Okay, and now here's that big level, that 56.35 right here. That's the most traded price of the last 30 days of the last month. That's why I was not excited to go long here. On Friday, I actually shorted. Had a decent trade. But like, the market was too strong to really fall out of bed. Okay. Now, right off the bat, all right, not sure who's with me today because I know I had 2 days in a row that my computer was wonky. So maybe G-Man's here. Maybe Muhammad's here. Maybe even Rosita's listening. But I don't expect it. This happens, guys. This happens. If I was alone in a bunker somewhere, I'd be doing this by myself because this is my process, right? You guys come along for the ride, and I do it live. Okay, so right off the bat, hey, K-Trader, I like that. I haven't seen you yet. Welcome. I'm not sure if this is your first time, but welcome. All right. So, I'm going to open this up a little bit here. A little better. Okay. Okay, I'm going to open it up. All right. Oh, somebody sent you to my channel, huh? Interesting. I'm not even familiar who that is. Interesting. Pretty cool. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Pretty cool. All right. So, there's some key levels we got to talk about. All right. And let's look at this. So, first thing we got to note, right? Now we're going to talk about structure. So, I'll refer to you as K-Trader because that's what you said. I saw your your first name there, but I'll just call you K Trader. All right, K Trader. So I talked about this big level, right? That's the most traded price of the month, the rolling month. Let's call it 56.35. Price is underneath that, right? Price is underneath that. The most traded price of Friday is right here. That's this hot pink box. Price is underneath that. Okay. This is the 24-hour most traded price of the week. Price is right here. So we're underneath this key level, but we're kind of really at it, right? So what that tells me is, why I put these levels here is the market's agreeing that this price is fair. Think about it like an auction. Okay, price is here. All the market in the last month, in the last week, and on Friday thinks this price is fair. And we're right here. Okay, we're right here. And we got a big event coming. So, if I had a crystal ball, what would I think's going to happen up until Wednesday? Probably this. Okay, probably this. Maybe even this, but I would say above it, I would say more or less likely that this would be the playground. Okay, more or less. Okay, so what do we have as far as, let's look at where we're at now. Here's price, here's Friday's range. We're in the middle, and here's the 50%. This is called, in market profile, it's called the midpoint, or people call it halfback, but it's really the 50% retracement of Friday, right? So right here. Okay, now K Trader, my big thing, my whole thing that I use when I trade is confluence. Okay, and I'm not sure if you know what that means, but I'm sure you do. But just in case you don't, it's just signals lining up together. That's all it is. All right. So if somebody only looks at value area lows. They only look at the overnight low. They only look at the close. They only look at certain things like that. All right. I like to know what everybody's looking at. So more people looking at this one level, the better they are to be support or resistance. Okay. So right off the bat, there's a very important level here. Okay. Now here's the overnight session. We're inside Friday session. So we have overnight low here at 56.2250. And just look what that lines up with. The midpoint of Friday, value area low of Friday. So this becomes a weak low, a confluence low, 56.22. Buyers have to defend this. Okay, that is a very important level. Now, value area, all that means is 70% of the trading happened in this area on Friday. Outside of that, it wasn't 70%. It wasn't the value area, right? So people are long from this value area low. So what happens if it gets broken, right? This little thin volume probably will not be very supportive. But if it is, then it's bullish. Right? It's how you got to look at it. Okay, that's how you got to look at it. Now you also have a weak high, 56.41 was the high, right? Also happens to be the end of this most traded price of the month. Okay, that's the area we're probably going to be playing in this week until FOMC. And there's going to be a lot of little games that's going to happen. Okay, and if you don't realize that we're going to be range bound, right, because of FOMC, and you act on price action, you might go, oh my God, market, and let's say the market even rips down here. It's probably going to be a bear trap, and we're probably going to do this and do this. All right, and then people are going to think, oh my God, the market's going all-time highs, and then we might do this. That's how the market works. Okay. Now there's outliers, but I'm talking about probabilities. Okay, I'm talking about probabilities. Now let's look at one other thing I look at. All right, but this doesn't matter right now because it's being negated. But overnight inventory, we opened at 6 o'clock on Sunday, and all the inventory is 100% net long, which even makes this more of a powerful level, 56.22. Weak hands from the overnight are all long. London, Asian sessions are all long. Price is here. Now, I would rather have had price up here to really fade that. but it's down here. So it's a little less important, but still, they have not had to cover, right? They have not had to cover. Now look at this most traded price of the overnight right here. Those right now are most likely shorts. So it could be a combination. So, but I'm just saying, right here is the most trades are transacting in the overnight, right? You need to correct this profile most likely. See, this profile is kind of like this. It's got to probably turn into this. Okay? Giving you a lot of nuggets right now. Now, this is what I'm saying. Big level here. So let's talk about what the scenarios will be. All right, we're going to get right into scenarios. Okay? Let's do it. All right, we're going to start right now with long. Okay? Let's do it. Okay. Remember this week low, 56.22. Buyers have to defend this level. Now, when I put a level here, okay, nothing's ever perfect in the markets. Okay, doesn't mean if it dips past this by a couple ticks that, oh my God, it's broken. No, that's not how it works. Okay, this level right here has to be defended by the bulls. Okay, now what could I see happening? We could open up. Okay, now remember, value area low, the midpoint of Friday, overnight low, and we're 100% net long. So the last little longs holding on here could correct. Remember, this is a bullish scenario. So I could see this happening. Quick push down, a quick recovery, higher low, and then you're going to try to work off the shorts that are up here. And let's see if you can pop up the supply here in a big monster level. You might do one of these and then maybe hit the supply and come back. Okay, that's one. Okay, now what else can I see? We have a demand zone down here. So price action can make it feel very bearish. So let's say we do rip down, because this is very thin volume here. That's not going to be very supportive. It shouldn't be. And let's say we go into this demand. And what happens? We rip up, higher low. We're going to go right back to the mean in here. That's pretty much all I'm interested as far as longs. Okay. Now, shorts. Let's talk about the bear case here. Okay. Remember, same level, 56.22. Now, the bears want this to be broken and to be found acceptance below it. Okay, remember, 100% net long, value area low. People are long. Now, I want to give you this, just to give you some perspective. Everybody's long from here, from here, from here, from here. We have FOMC coming up. Okay? So, pretty much longs are getting paid. All right? So, this doesn't mean bearish. Okay? But if we come down and break this level, kind of hold it a little bit, you can get a quick swift move down to this demand. Okay, down to this demand. Do I think this demand holds? I don't know. We could do one of these. I would not think we start going down. That would surprise me. Okay, so I would more or less think we probably push up a little bit. That would probably be the move. Now, I have to say it, if we break this demand and hold, this structure here, you can see it even in the composite volume profile, should not be much resistance, and we could come down here. I don't think it's likely, okay, but that's in the cards. Now, what's another move that I could see? If, like I said, this gets defended and we push up. Now, this is supply here in the monster level. As long as we don't find acceptance above its low. So you can have this happen, boop, and we come back under it like this, hold. You're going to then take out this, and you probably go here and maybe get a little bounce. That's all I'm looking at today. That's it. Okay? Hope that makes sense. Got our levels. Hopefully K-Trader's still here. Hopefully you have any questions, let me know. We're going to move on to the NASDAQ. All right. So let's check out the NASDAQ here, okay? Now, just so you, I don't know, K Trader, if you're familiar with market profile, volume profile, but market profile, all it is 30-minute bars. That's all it is. These are just 30-minute bars, and then when you collapse it, it makes a profile. So that's all it is. Not sure if you're familiar with it or not, but that's all it is. Okay. Now, let's look at this together. All right. We're going to look at structure first. All right. So we got a profile here. All right. Let's look down here. We got a thin profile. Remember, this could be poor structure, which is single prints here. Okay. And then we start building into here, and then you got kind of like multiple distributions here. Okay. Where's price? Price is here. Okay. 24 hours have moved the most traded price of the week up, but the most traded price of the week is still down lower. Okay. It will probably move up here today. Right now, that's 194.50. Okay. And price is right here. All right. Here. All right. So let's look at this together. All right. Now, price is here. Here's Friday's highs, Friday's lows. Okay. Now you can see, because the NASDAQ, technology, Apple, Excel, semis are weak, it's weaker. Okay. And you can see it's inside Friday's session. Now, this is going to be a very important level and area here. Okay. Because if this market pushes down into here, you're going to have a weak low here. You're going to have anywhere from 194.09 to 193.96. Up here is a weak low. Okay, there's longs here, here, and then if you come down here, right, this could be broken, and then it could send the NASDAQ here. Okay, that's a level that I'm going to have my eye on. All right, level I'm going to have my eye on. Now, as far as that's one level, right, that we're looking at. Okay, most traded price of Friday's up here, so we're below that, right? But we know Apple semis are weak, right? That makes sense. All right, that makes sense. Now we're inside the session, so when that happens, the Friday high and the Friday low become very, very important. Okay, very important. Now we're in a demand zone. We have a supply up here. Now here's that main level I talked about. That's that 196 level. That's the most traded price of the rolling month. See how we came into this area and got rejected? I expected that to happen, right? I expected that. Okay. Now inventory here is kind of in the middle here. This much long to this much short. You're not like the ES. Remember, the ES is 100% net long. Okay. So pretty easy here. Pretty easy. I'm just trying to see if there's any kind of other level that I'm focusing on. Not really. I really think we just really, it's not really hard today. Really not hard today. Okay, so we'll get right into it. We'll get right into those scenarios. Okay, because I don't think there's much to talk about here. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so we're going to start with the longs. All right, so we're in demand. Okay, now the profile is getting a little thinner. I would like it to thin out a little more. And like I said, that let's just call it 194. This area, what do we do here? All right, now this is a bull scenario. If we come down here and boop, get a little flushy flush, even if you break the demand, if you get a flushy flush and you get a recovery, hold. You do have this most traded price, right? But in the market open with volume, you could push past that and then work your way up into supply, into this major level. And I think that would probably be the move. Okay. Now remember, ES, there's a couple layers where I like the longs. Below here, would a long work here? Yes, but then this will show me the market's weaker. But really, it comes down to internals, right? When I look at the market, how weak is it? I don't know yet because I know you'll never know until the market opens. I won't know if semis just get bought off the dips. I don't know. So that is kind of more discretionary when the market opens, because new trade plans happen when the market opens. Like, because I can't predict it. No one can predict what the market's going to do, what stocks are going to do. I don't know if Apple's going to rip up today. We just don't know, right? But this is what I like. So like, it depends down here. If the market's not that weak and we kind of just rip, go down to this naked VPOC and we hold this, well, maybe I would be interested in a long here. Okay. Okay, I think that's good. Now let's go to the short side. Okay, now we do have supply. We do have the big monster level of the most traded price of the month above us. Okay, now we have that 194, this area. Okay, so a couple things can happen. All right, let me mention it. So if we come down here, let's just say there's one scenario, okay, I'm going to tell you about. We come down here and we do this, but we hold under this most traded price of the week here. All right, so now you'll have longs and longs and longs here. That makes that even weaker. You're weakening this support. And if we don't go back over this level, you can come back down and take that out. And then you're going to at least go to this naked VPOC here. And I would guess we probably balance off in here. Okay, that's one. Now, what else could happen, right? We can come down here and just break it, hold, and also go down here, right? These are the scenarios, okay? We could also come all the way up here, right? We push up into the supply in this major level and you cannot find acceptance over it, right? And you gotta, you get a wick, come back down, well, you're probably going to come in here and bounce off. Okay, remember, I'm in a range bound mentality, so I'm not going to trust too many breakouts today or breakdowns. All right, only if internal support it, meaning that, like, if we're super weak and I'm like, wow, I didn't think we'd be this weak, then yes, then we can get some kind of move like that. But remember, FOMC's coming Wednesday. No one's going to want to be super long or super short. Okay, and what happens some days, all right, we're done with these. What happens some days, okay, when I say this, sometimes the market will do the breakout or breakdown, and I'm like, wow, okay, before FOMC, and then like within the last 10 minutes of the session, rips back up to the mean. The market's nuts, all right? So I've seen it all right? Maybe a little long-winded today. I'm just happy my computer didn't give me the blue screen of death. I welcome K-Trader. I'm not even sure who Cos Monkey is because I've never seen him or her. But thank you for introducing K-Trader to me. K-Trader, hopefully you subscribe, set an alert. All right. I don't know if you have. Check out my trading videos if you can on my YouTube channel, on my shorts, and the TikTok account. Okay. So that being said, we have our plans today. All right. Now today's going to be a little wonky. It's Monday, contract rollover. If you're a futures trader, you should see like weird movements. The volume will be lower because it's split. Okay. So be patient today. Be patient, especially 2 days before FOMC. All right. So, like I just said to K-Trader, hopefully you enjoy my content. Subscribe. I'm trying to get this channel to grow more. All right. And of course, if you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, smash the like button. That would be much appreciated. All right. Of course, you can always follow me on X at Gonzo719 and check out my trading videos, of course, on my YouTube shorts and TikTok, Gonzo719 Trader. Check it out because I show you my criteria of why I took the day trade, of why I took it. I feel like those videos are very informative. So, and then you can always ask me questions, right? I'm happy to answer them. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Stay patient. No trade is a trade. And I'll see everybody tomorrow.